Before I begin the video, I want to give thanks and appreciation to my Heavenly Father because without Him, I wouldn't have the encouragement and perseverance to get up every day, and that's where my belief and faith rests in. I love you very much, God, and I thank you for allowing every day, every day. Hey dudes and dudettes, I hope your day is going just as sublime as your face. Welcome to my channel, Girly Cinema, where I give my opinion and analysis on movies and TV shows, and I will be discussing feminine advice and lessons through film and TV, and how it can ultimately help you in self-growth and self-improvement you can use in your daily life. Let's get cozy and grow together, one girly scene at a time. In today's video, I will be talking about K-pop demon hunters. While opinions are more than welcome, however, there are boundaries of having opinions which can be harmful. Please keep it respectful, insightful, and tasteful in the comment section if you do decide to comment down below, and the world will continue to be a beautiful place for everybody. Now with that being said, let's unpack this video. Okay, so I need to talk about K-pop Demon Hunters because I genuinely had such a good time watching this movie. And what's funny is that I originally sat down expecting a fun animated movie with pretty colors, catchy music, cool fight scenes, and cute characters, which I got. But I also got a story that was surprisingly emotional and thoughtful in ways I wasn't expecting. Like, yes, the visuals are gorgeous. Yes, the music is fun. Yes, the choreography is absolutely attention-grabby. But underneath all of that is a story about shame, identity, friendship, accountability, loneliness, belonging, and learning how to accept yourself. And honestly, I think that's why the movie works. Because if it was only pretty visuals, people would have literally forgotten about it in a week. And it was only emotional, and if it was only emotional storytelling, it might have grabbed people's attention the same way. But when you combine stunning visuals, fun music, incredible animation, emotional storytelling, and characters that feel like actual people, that's when you create something memorable. One thing I immediately noticed was how expressive the animation was. The animators absolutely understood the assignment. Every emotion felt larger than life without feeling ridiculous. When somebody was happy, you felt it and you saw it. When somebody was scared, you felt it and you saw it. When somebody was hurt, embarrassed, ashamed, conflicted, lonely, or frustrated, you felt that too and saw it. And I think that's one of the strengths of animation in general. Sometimes animation can communicate emotions in ways live action simply can't. The colors change, the lighting changes, and the movement changes. And the world itself reflects what the character is experiencing emotionally. And K-pop Demon Hunters does that beautifully. Now, let's talk about Rumi, because I think a lot of people misunderstand her story. I don't actually think her biggest conflict was being part demon. I think her biggest conflict, I think her biggest conflict was shame. There's a difference in that, because being part demon wasn't something she chose. What she did choose was hiding it. And honestly, I understood why she did it. When you're scared people won't accept you, sometimes you start hiding pieces of yourself. You start trying to control what people see. You start worrying that if people knew the whole truth about you, they might leave. And I think that's what Rumi was terrified of. Not just because becoming something was scary, but losing the people she loved. The sad thing is that the secret itself ended up creating a very distance she was trying to avoid. And isn't that how life works sometimes? The things we're terrified of happening because we're actually running away from it. That's why I appreciate that the movie didn't treat self-love as some cure-all. Rumi still had things she needed to take, literally she had a lot of things that she had to take accountability for, and that was only hers to manage, not anybody else. She still hurt people by keeping secrets, and she did still make mistakes, which is honest. But the movie also refused to say that those mistakes made her unworthy of love, and I really like that. Because sometimes people think accountability and self-acceptance are opposites. They're not. You can acknowledge where you messed up and still believe you deserve love and growth. Both can exist at the same time. Now, you have to look at this with an open mind as well as with sharp discernment. Sure that the visuals were very colorful, although it does take practices in demonic affairs that negates God. I just want you guys to be wary of it. If you do watch the movie, you did watch the movie, just be mindful of what you allow into your eye gates. So, back on subject, let's talk about Mira and Zoey because I adore them. One thing I loved about this movie was how genuinely close their friendship felt. Not because they never disagreed, actually the opposite. It felt real because they cared enough to challenge each other. They laughed together, supported each other, protected each other, and annoyed each other. And when things get difficult, like they actually got difficult, they were willing to tell each other the truth. Especially Mira. That's what I actually liked about that. And not enough people are willing to stand on business in a way that she did. And despite it seeming flawed in how the way she was, it was relatably human when it comes to people and how they go about any realm of conflict in a way that she did. And I just liked how the way she just took individual accountability when it came to confronting Rumi about what was going on for her. And Mira's family situation was incredibly interesting to me. And I also would have loved to see more focus on both of them individually. Imagine feeling rejected by the people who are supposed to make you feel safe. That kind of pain stays with a person. And because of that, it made her friendship with Rumi and Zoey feel even more meaningful. For Mira, those friendships weren't just friendships, they were family. Then there was Zoey. I honestly think Zoey's cultural identity storyline could have been explored even more because it was fascinating. The movie is constantly asking questions about belonging. Where do I fit, even though y'all are supposed to be your own person and that shouldn't matter? Who are you as a person? Meaning cementing your own identity in who you are. And where is home? Some place or somewhere that makes you feel very unsafe despite being anywhere and everywhere all at once. No pun intended, of course. Who accepts me? And personally, self-acceptance is the first realm of acceptance. And that's the only thing that really should matter. And unconditional love should be expressed, but still have boundaries when it comes to your realm of loving yourself and who you also allow around you. And Zoey's story fits right into those themes. Honestly, if somebody told me they were making an entire sequel focused on Mira and Zoey, and as well as with Rumi, I watch it immediately. Because I like the center of their friendship, but I would love to have each and every one of their paths individually explored where it just connects together at the same time and they just accept each other for that. And of course they were the best of friends. Also they had a duty to do, and I understood that, but it literally would have been nice so it could just be so cohesive, let you know that every last one of their stories is very touching and heartwarming in its own way, in their own lives, but they're all still connected and joined together. Now, Jinu. Because my feelings about him, it's complicated, but at the same time, I wouldn't keep him as a friend. That's just personally me. I don't hate him, but I definitely spent a large portion of this movie wanting to shake him by the shoulders. Because this man spent so much time running from accountability. I mean, years, beyond years. He's been around for a very long time. And that's what frustrated me. Not that he made mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. That happens. You're human. You're not going to be this perfectly perfect person. Anybody who says otherwise is lying through their teeth and to themselves. It is okay when it comes to making mistakes, especially when you do well by those mistakes. And you just learn from them and you become better. So the issue was that he spent so long letting those mistakes define him instead of learning from them. At a certain point, shame becomes his own prison to the point it becomes borderline ridiculous. And sometimes people get so comfortable inside that prison that they stop trying to leave. And that's what happened to Jinu. He kept convincing himself he was too far gone, too damaged, too guilty, too broken. And because he believed that, he kept making choices that reinforced it. What makes him tragic isn't that he suffered. It's that he spent so much time standing in his own way. The irony is that Rumi and Jinu are actually mirrors of each other. Both are afraid, both are ashamed, and both of them are hiding. But eventually, Rumi chooses honesty. She chooses self-acceptance. She chooses to let people see who she really is. Jinu keeps hiding for much longer, and that's why their stories feel so different. One moves towards freedom, the other spends years trapped by his own fear that he self-inflicted upon himself. And honestly, I think that's a lesson a lot of people can relate to, because sometimes our biggest obstacle isn't another person, it's our refusal to face ourselves. And I like to say this, just because you care about somebody, that does not mean that you manage them. The thing about with Jinu is, he was more than capable of making his own choices outside of what he did from his past. It shouldn't have to take guilt in order for you to, I now realize that I can be a much better person. Sure, you can admire somebody else's qualities within that, but you gotta want that for yourself. And I still don't give him that point of literally doing a self-sacrifice in order to help Rumi out. and I honestly don't condone their romance. If they do a sequel, he really has to show a lot much better improvement in order for him to be deemed worthy of Rumi and earn that romance, because that was just that. And it's like, okay, well, he did that, but you still got a mission to go do, and you still were a crappy and terrible person. That's not excusing that. Thanks, I'm glad that you went on and did that, but gotta see more. I really have to see him work towards earning Rumi completely. So, anywho, from that mild rant, I like to talk about the animal companions because they were so adorable to me. I know it's like an odd adorable, not like oddly satisfying, but they were actually adorable. I don't care how old I get, cute animal side characters will always work on me. Oh my gosh, they're so adorable. Every single time. But what I appreciate is that they weren't just there to be cute, they added warmth and comfort and humor and emotional connection. Animals often represent unconditional love in stories. They don't care about your status, they don't care about your mistakes, they don't care about your image, they care about you. And honestly, that fits perfectly with the themes of this movie. By the end of the film, what stayed with me wasn't just the action or the music, it was the message. The idea that accepting yourself doesn't mean pretending you're perfect, it means being honest about who you are, owning your mistakes, growing from them, and improving from them, and trusting the people who genuinely love you, unconditional love of all, to tell them the truth. That's literally what makes K-pop Demon Hunters more than just a visually beautiful movie. Underneath all the glitter, music, colors, and spectacle is a surprisingly heartfelt story about identity, friendship, accountability, belonging, and self-acceptance. And honestly, I think that's why so many people connected with it. I am so glad you came across my video, and I hope you enjoyed today's content. I appreciate you guys so much for taking a gander on my channel. Feel free to express your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you'd like to keep up with any upcoming announcements, news, and post-it entertainment, be sure to check out my blog. The link is in the description box, and if you made it to the end of the video, comment your favorite thing in the world. And remember, without God, we all wouldn't be here. Well, that's all folks. Have a happy rest of your day. Bye!